Yo, what's good everybody? In today's video, I'm giving you the complete Memecoin course, taking you from zero to expert. Whether you don't know anything about crypto or you're trying to level up your strategy, I got you. I'm breaking down everything, from the absolute basics all the way to the most advanced techniques I personally use to know exactly when to get in and when to get out of coins. So without wasting any time, let's jump right into it. Alright, first of all, you cannot trade without any capital. You need some skin in the game. So if you're a flat broke, go get a quick job, flip something on Facebook Marketplace, whatever you gotta do. Just get a little starting cash. But here's the hack. You don't even have to risk your own money at first. Most major exchanges will literally pay you to sign up into their platform. For example, Kraken, Coinbase, Gemini, they all run the same promos. You sign up, deposit a bit of money, and boom, they give you free money, free crypto on the spot. You just have to, sign up and deposit a bit of money. Some of them hand out $50, $75, even $100 just for getting started. Me at the beginning, I had around 450 USD, all because I signed up to all these platforms. Now, just stack a few of those offers and you're already hundreds of dollars ahead before you've made a single trade. Now, if you want to get started with all that and, get all the big bonuses, just join my Discord down below and I have a full list right there. Now, once you've got a bit of capital, you need a way to turn it into crypto. That's where exchanges comes in. Now, like I said, platforms like Kraken, Coinbase, or Gemini lets you swap your dollars or whatever you have, USD, Canadian, Euros, straight into crypto. For Memecoins, I would highly recommend starting with Solana. Yeah, Ethereum, BNB, TON, they've all had their moments, but right now, Solana is where the action is. I'm pretty sure Solana is pumping at the moment. Yeah, it's pumping. It's at $192. It's faster, cheaper, and 90% of the top Memecoin plays are happening on the Solana blockchain. So, step 1, buy Solana. Step 2, get ready to trade. And please bro, do not bother starting with pennies. If you are working with less than $10 or $20, save up a bit more first because you need room to learn. And this skill takes time to build. Alright, before you throw money into the fire, you need to learn the ropes without burning your wallet. That's where paper trading comes in. Now, I'm pretty sure there's platforms out there that allows you to paper trade Memecoins like Sniper.xyz. But yeah, back in the day, I used to just go on random coins, right? And then, for example, this coin, I would wait for a dip and I would simply just put a line, like for example, I bought right here. And now I'm already up. Okay, it's going down, Then, okay, it's going higher. I'm break even. No, I'm down. I sold. I'm break even, for example, You could just do that, and once you have the hang of it, then you could start using real money. That's what I used to do. Yeah. Now, for example, there's a dip right here. I would buy right here. Then, come on, is it gonna go higher? Yes, sir, it's going higher. And just like that, I'm already up in profit. Wait, come on, go higher. Come on, hit 100k. Hit 100k. Come on, hit 100k. Okay. I sold right here, and boom, just like that, that's how I make around 50% off a trade. So just like that, you could, simulate paper trading and practice with no money. And this lets you figure out how to spot rugs, how to time your entries, and how to manage a position without paying tuition into the form of blowing trades. I wish I had this when I started because I paid for my early lessons with my own cash. I used to burn all my money trying to learn how to trade Memecoins, but now just by doing this simple trick, like for example, boom, I bought right here, you could basically theoretically paper trade. So please do yourself a favor, before using your real money, just paper trade to get the hang of it. Now, when you're ready to go live and actually use your real money to trade Memecoins, now it's time to actually pick pick a trading platform to trade on, I would highly recommend to use Axiom.trade because it's the fastest and the most efficient trading platform for meme coins at the moment. If you want to save 25% off trading fees, please use the link in the comments down below or in the description. It would help me a lot. Now, once you've got the basics down in paper trading, it's time to clean up what you're looking at, and that's where the filters come in. Without filters, your screen is going to be flooded with thousands of random coins popping up every second. 99% of them are complete garbage. Filters lets you block out the noise and only see coins with real potential. Now, here's how I set mine up. I like to keep it tight, so only pump.fun and bonk, because that's where all the volume and all the fucking money is. Then I set limits, so for the max top 10 holders, I would keep it to 40% max. What else? Max dev holdings, keep it to 40%. Max snipers, 40%. Max insiders at 40% also. And bundles, max 50% or less. And the minimum market cap, I would keep it to a minimum of $10,000. So 1 and 5 zeros. Anything smaller is usually a dead coin already. Now, this setup instantly removes the obvious rugs and trash plays, so you're only focusing on coins that have momentum. Okay, trust me, your trading gets way sharper when you stop wasting time on junk. Now, for the final stretch, which is the pre-migration, it's the same thing, so keep pump.fun and bonk, so remove all of these. I set the max age at 30 minutes. Anything older is usually losing steam. The top 10 holders, that's 40% max. Same for the dev holding. And snipers and insiders are all capped at 40% also. And the bundles, 50% also. The minimum market cap, I would keep it to $10,000 too. So you're only seeing coins with actual movement, not junk. Then apply all. And for the migrated section, just do it the same way. So remove that. I would bump the minimum market cap to around $12,000. And I would keep the max age to 120 minutes. And the same 40% cap on everything else. So boom, 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 boom. And bundles, I would even keep it to 40% for the migration section. Then apply all and you're done. Now, once you're done copy trading and you have the hang of it, once you have all the filters set up, and once you have money in an exchange and your trading platform set up, so Axiom Pro, now it's time to actually put money in the trading platform. So install the Phantom Wallet app. It's really easy. Literally every single meme coin trader uses the same thing, so Phantom Wallet. Then transfer out the money from the exchange into your Phantom Wallet and connect that wallet to the trading platform. And that's exactly how you put money into the platform. From here, it's all about discipline and execution. You're officially in the trenches now. Now, the goal is to trade the same way you practiced, just with real stakes. And please do not start with your entire bankroll. Only use a small chunk of money you are okay with losing, while you adjust to the emotions and speed of real trading. Now, trading alone is like hunting alone. You miss way too much. When you are in a group, you've got more eyes, more alerts, and way more opportunities. Maybe you're researching one chart while someone else spots a coin pumping off on the Elon Musk tweet. You'd miss that solo, but in a group, you can catch it instantly. That's why I always trade plugged into a community. You get callouts, shared watch lists, insider alerts, and different perspectives that sharpen your own game. Now, to start off, I would highly recommend to join free groups. For example, my Discord server, it's one of the best communities for meme coin trading, and it's on the come up, so it's a great place to connect, network, and find new people. And once you get better and better, then now you can join cabal groups, or even, for example, private paid VIP groups, which is all all in my Discord server. That's exactly why we say free groups are great to start, but serious and more advanced traders usually level up to a smaller, more focused crew. Because the fewer the people, the cleaner the alpha. Bottom line, the more connected you are, the faster you react, and in Memecoins, reaction time is everything. Alright, now let's get into the part that saves you from blowing up your account, on-chain analysis. So every coin can look bullish until you check the holders. That's why you always do a quick on-chain scan before buying. Here's what I'm looking for. So top 10 holders, if it's under 25%, I mean, it is, even at 22%, it's risky, but if it's anything under 25%, that should be alright. For the bunters, if it's under 10%, that's alright too, but obviously it's not a guarantee. These are just metrics and numbers that could give you a better bias on if you should buy or sell. Insiders, if it's below 5%, it should be good. Now if it's green, yeah, it's good. For the liquidity pool, it has to be 100% burned, otherwise do not buy the coin. The holders, that's not a big deal. Pro traders, that could be a good sign too. If it's really high, that means you know, it's a stable coin. The DEX, this has to be paid. If it's unpaid, it's alright, but if it's paid, that's a really good sign too, because that means the dev is not lazy and he actually wants this project to succeed if it's paid. But if it's unpaid, that's alright too. Now, there's a bunch of different tools you can use to scan and, you know, verify these metrics. You could use, you know, Axum directly here. There's bundle checkers in Discord servers. There's Xento. There's even Padre, and there's bubble maps. Bubble maps is a good way to see where all the tokens are allocated. So right here, it seems a bit bundled and a bit ruggy. But this doesn't mean that it's a rug necessarily, but it's a really bad sign if you see knots like this. Now please bro, before entering a position, please take 5 minutes to check these metrics. It'll save you from 80% to 90% of rugs. If the on-chain looks sketchy, just skip it and move on. There's always another trade to take, there's always a new coin that's popping up. Oh yeah, similar tokens, these could be good to see if the coin is done or not. Now Among Us, the coin was done already 16 minutes ago. And also if you want, I have friends who does this, you can check the dev wallet. So right here, you can see how much he has in his wallet. He has 8.8k, it looks legit. You know, you can go in analytics, go in outflow, and you can see where his money is going. But yeah, this type is for the most advanced traders, that's for future videos. Now one tool won't give you the full picture, that's why I stacked them. Axum is my main hub for live trading and quick on-chain checks. Like I said, you can use bubble maps because it lets you visualize bundles, so I can spot if one person controls half of the supply. And yeah, the key is speed. So I'll scan the coin on Axum, then cross-check in bubble maps, and if it's clean, I'm in. Using multiple tools like this turns coin research into a huge edge, and in Memecoins, that edge is often the difference between catching a runner and buying into a rug. Now getting and buying into a coin is really fucking easy, but getting in at the right time is where traders separate from gamblers. The first rule, never buy at the top, okay? Never. If a coin just went vertical and it's in a ranging market, let it cool off. Chasing green candles, okay, is the fastest way to just get dumped on. Trust me. I'd like to wait for a 30% to 60% pullback on coins after I've confirmed obviously that it's clean on chain. That dip gives you a safer entry and better upside. For example, if I go at the beginning of this coin, now you can see right here that after the first dip right here, my copy traders bought in, and then after that it exploded. Now right here is a perfect example. It dips, you buy in right here, and then it explodes. That's a perfect example. You could even do it right here. It dips, went up, dip, went up. It's just doing this, bro. You just buy at every single dip. It's that easy. Now I would highly recommend to use support levels. For example, the 50% mark, right? The 100% mark, right here. These are usually psychological levels, which they have a lot of reaction usually on every single coin. And you can see here at the 50k range, it like consolidated, then it fucking pumped. Right here at the 100k mark, it tap, then it broke out. Yeah, you can even use previous breakout points as your buy zone. For example, here it broke out, then boom, you buy in, and you can see that it was really fucking rewarding. And please be aware, if the chart looks weak and the volume is dying or there's no reason for it to pump, skip it. There's always another coin, like I said. The biggest mistake new traders make, they see the hype, they FOMO in at the peak, and then they end up fucking bag holding and they lose all their fucking money. Don't let that be you, please. Patient prints more than hype, trust me. Alright, let's cover the bare minimum chart reading you need for meme coins. You're not trying to draw fucking 50 lines like a stock trader. You're looking for a simple support and resistance level. The support level zone is where buyers keep getting bounced off of. So for example, right here is a perfect support level. You guys can see that it broke out, it bounced down, boom, it came here, it bounced right here, but now it fucking broke out. Now I could maybe predict that it's gonna tap in, then go down. We're gonna see if that happens. It tapped in the support zone. No, it broke out. Now it could tap in right here, then go up. That's a possibility too. But yeah, you guys can see that the support zones actually work. You can see that it consolidated right on the support zone. Now it's a resistance, but yeah. Like I said, in meme coins, round numbers like 50k, 100k, 500k market cap, coins often bounce or reject hard on these levels. If a coin breaks through a resistance with volume, that often becomes the new support. That's your spot to look for entries. For example, here, it just broke out, and now the zone right here became a support zone. But if it went down, then this line would become a resistance zone. The goal is to line up your buys at the support, take profits near resistance. So resistance would be around, I would say right here, to be honest. There's not enough data. Wait, maybe right here. Yeah, support, yeah, resistance would be right here. So I would take my trade from 70k to 100k, but obviously you could wait for it to sweep this liquidity right here. And as you guys can see, it went fucking high. So if I bought here, I would have 2x my money, even 3x. And please never FOMO in the middle of nowhere. Keep it simple. This isn't Wall Street, it's the trenches. Scalping in meme coins is all about stacking quick, consistent wins instead of swinging for home runs every single trade. I'm aiming for 10 to 40% gains per position, in and out before the hype fades. That's how you avoid round-tripping profits. Set clear targets, okay, before you enter any trade. So in your head, try to imagine a stop loss and a take profit for every single position. And do not second guess mid-trade. That's the worst thing that you can do. The mentality and the psychology is really fucking important. Now, you guys can see that the coin fucking ripped to $280,000 from $70,000. So if I put $100 right here, I would have made like $1,000 if I would have held to here. And you guys can see that the support zone right here got fucking respected. So it broke out here, it bounced off, and it went higher. Right here you guys can see that it's consolidating on this support zone, and it might even go higher. That's my prediction. If it goes lower, it might just bounce off this one, then go higher. And that's the power of support and resistance zone. You guys can see that I predicted it. It bounced off and now it went higher. That's fucking insane. And please never risk your whole stack on one play. Spread your trades out so one bad move doesn't wipe you out. Scalping is a volume game, and I swear bro, every small win is gonna stack into a big win. That's how I've made, I think I'm up $1,000. We're gonna see, wait. You guys can see that I'm up $1,600 with this wallet on the day, and yeah, Now it bounced off this support zone and it went higher. Now bro, once again bro, that's the power of support and resistance zones. It gets respected every single time. Boom, fucking boom. Now charts can tell you a lot, but they don't tell you everything. In meme coins, external factors can move a chart faster than any pattern. If a dev pays their fees, buys a banner and a boost on deck screener, or the coin gets mentioned in a big alpha group, that's instant momentum. And factors like that can influence a lot, like the market cap of the coin. Same with tweets from big accounts, viral memes, or a sudden narrative shift. These factors can push buyers in before the chart even looks bullish. Your job is to spot these triggers early and decide if the hype is worth riding. When you see a clean on-chain setup and a catalyst, that's when you load heavier, because the chart isn't just moving on technicals, okay? It's not all about resistance and support levels. It's also the narrative of the coin, okay? So it's moving on attention. And a great way to track attention and see where all the big events and all the big memes are, it's to actually have a Twitter tracker. Now on Axiom, you are lucky, you already have a built-in Twitter tracker. You can just come to trackers and you can import the list of all the big Twitter accounts. Now I actually have a list in my Discord server, and all you have to do is just add all the Twitter accounts and you are set to go. And also, a really good influence is to track profitable wallets who are already making millions a month. For example, a really famous trader who is called Cupsy, he's making around $100,000 every single day trenching. And for example, if I was tracking him and I bought this coin at, let's say, 300,000 and then Cupsy buys right after, that's a really good sign that the coin is going to go higher, because Cupsy has a bunch of copy traders on his ass. So what I'm trying to say is that if the people who you are copying is buying right after you, that's a really good bullish bias that the coin will go higher. And once again, if you want the list of all the wallets that I'm tracking currently, which are all profitable, well, just go in my server and then J's wallets and it's right all there. Now meme coin trading isn't just charts and clicks, it's a mental game. If you cannot control your emotions, the market will drain you fast, trust me. So rule 1, accept that losses are part of the process. You might lose a couple hundred there. Even if you are on a winning streak, you could lose at any moment. Even the best traders take hits. The difference is that they don't let that one bad trade spiral into 10. Never revenge trade. If you are down and itching to win it back, you're already in the wrong mindset. Step away, reset, and come back when you are thinking clearly. Set realistic goals. Aiming for 100 to 500 a day is sustainable. Aiming for 10k overnight will have you forcing plays and making mistakes. And remember, discipline beats motivation. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you consistent when the hype fades. In this game, consistency is what compounds into real profits, and the real money in meme coin trading isn't from one lucky moonshot, it's from stacking wins over and over and staying in the game long enough to let your skills compound. Think of this like building a business. Your early trades are just a foundation of it. You're learning your tools, your strategy, and your discipline. Don't blow up your account chasing instant millions. Keep your bankroll alive, keep refining your edge, and the big plays will come. Track every trade, review your mistakes, and double down on what works. Over months, that consistency builds confidence, and that confidence lets you size up when the perfect setup shows. The goal isn't to be hot for a week. The goal is to be profitable year after year, so you can walk away knowing you actually mastered the game, not just got lucky once. So please bro, if you want to support me, join my free Discord community down below. It's free, no strings attached, and if you want to save 25% off trading fees, please use the link for Axiom Pro down below in the description or in the pinned comments. And yeah bro, peace.